Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Hoot Hobbs Show. I'm your host, Hoot Hobbs. With me, as always, BT.
Sup?
C. Wayne.
What's it?
All right. Got a lot to talk about. But I think one thing should be talked about first.
What is it?
Well, we're talking about things that are first. Like,
Not Auburn.
well, I mean, technically they still are first, but
Until, yeah,
but the Razorbacks
next
took down number one Auburn.
Which we all saw
Auburn?
coming.
Yeah, I got tongue tied on that
Is there an
somehow.
L in there?
Yeah, Oliver.
Auburn.
Welcome from Albert. That's not it.
It's like, oh crap, let's start over.
Yeah.
Take two.
Scrub it.
Anyway, yeah. So Arkansas took down Auburn last night.
No surprise.
It was a solid takedown.
It was. They went into overtime.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I mean, I can't imagine. Okay, so when I was at the A&M game a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
we went into overtime.
Yeah.
It was a close game. It was a hard-fought game. It was a good game. A lot of, I'm talking tension in the air.
Yeah, you
It
sat
was-
by the family.
Yeah, it was electric in that place. I don't think it could have held a candle to what happened at Bud Walton last night. It was just incredible.
Yeah, no,
I
you're
wish I was there.
Oh, Jimmy was there. My buddy Jimmy was there.
Oh,
He sent a picture on
yeah.
Snapchat of him at the game, and he said they went
yeah.
to Dixon, and it was crazy.
Did
Oh,
they? Was he
yeah.
one of the ones that stormed the court? Because just about
no,
everybody did.
he was up at
Yeah, I
the
was
top.
gonna say, well, considering the fact that Hunter Yurchek was like, storm the court.
The coach took
Who's
his shirt
that?
off.
The AD? Is that
like
the AD?
like he does. Yeah,
Must.
yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, Hunter
Must.
Yurchek is the athletic director, and actually, he didn't get too wild because his shoulder's still in that big sling.
Yeah,
and
he
everything.
left his sling on him,
Yeah.
even though he took his shirt off.
Wait, he did manage to get his shirt off.
Oh, it was
did.
off. I saw
Yeah.
full chest and
He
man
got his
chest
shirt
and
off and
everything.
he
While
put
he's
his
on the
sling back
floor?
on. Yeah.
I know.
Surrounded by all
yeah,
of the
course he
college
did. I
students,
missed
the
that
student
part. I
section
even
was
saw
fun.
his post-game interview.
Urban Meyer
Where
was
I guess he
there.
had put his shirt back on.
Yeah, he did put his shirt back on for that.
I
But
just saw
this
someone in the
is-
corner shaking it.
This isn't the first time that he's done that.
Oh,
like
no,
you said.
I know
This is
that.
a common
Usually-
celebration for him.
Yeah, I would say
This is a big one.
It really is though. Like whenever Muss wins that big win, that dang win, like last night, like Auburn, Muss's shirt gonna come off.
Where'd you find this?
Damn, son, where'd you find this? Sorry. It was a pretty good soundbite though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that was clip that.
But yeah, like when they made it into the Sweet 16 last year, he ran into the locker room with his shirt off, screaming, and I mean that. I'm telling you, the point I wanted to get to with Hunter Yurachek though, of why I was saying he was the one going, "Hey, storm the court," is because he probably was the guy going, "Hey, yo, go." They're like, "They'll fine us." He's like, "I'll write the check and smile doing it."
And
Go.
they did. And
Like the Texas
they are
game.
going to.
Like
So,
the
yeah,
Texas game
Another
also.
fine. They did it again. Second one that the Razorbacks have had in a year.
I would say that Hunter Yurachek is
Worth it.
smiling while he's writing those checks. He's like, whatever, bro. Here's my fine. Enjoy yourself. Because, I mean, what these guys are doing is building a huge atmosphere there.
You know what it
Basketball,
said
it's
to
a
me
culture.
is that just, Note doesn't get into foul trouble last year. The whole championship could have been changed if they, that Baylor game could have been different because they were in there in that Baylor game until
Well,
they got in foul trouble.
I would say Note got in foul trouble, and Moses Moody never decided to show up for the tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happened. And that's just what happened. I mean, I'm glad Moses is on a roster, but, I'm just not.
There's something special we got going on right now, though.
Oh, man. What we have right now is, like, I don't know. You can't even say we don't have a star player because, like, we don't have a star. We have stars.
We have 5.
You know what I mean? Like, Stanley Amude stepping up to the plate and knocking it out. You got the SEC's leading scorer with J.D. Note.
Jalen Williams.
You have Jalen, the brick wall Williams.
The walking rebound.
Yeah, the walking charge. People are like, he has to be planted. It can't be walking. Well, shut up. He found a way.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, Jalen Williams is the one that I really enjoy watching the most. But that dude's smile is so infectious.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it spreads to his teammates the way it's supposed to. Attitude reflects leadership. And I think that Jalen Williams and J.D. Note are really just doing their jobs really well leading that team. So I mean, I can leave it at that, or we can keep going because I mean, there's just too much.
It's just the Razorbacks, and I hate to be the wet blanket guy, but I am.
Oh, here we go.
So they historically have always had that where they've never followed up on it. That's the thing, is they can do this. They've done this for us many times where they pulled off that upset that everybody counted it against them except Arkansas fans.
Right.
We had their back.
Yeah.
And they never did follow up with it. They don't capitalize on that momentum, and I think that's what's huge about this one. This is historic because once again, Bud Walton Arena is home sweet home, and you don't come into Bud Walton Arena and expecting an easy victory no matter who you are.
Right.
Unless you're Hofstra.
Well,
That's neither here nor there.
I would say they didn't play at Bud Walton either.
Did they not?
No.
Oh, I thought they did.
Anyway, I think they played in Tulsa or something.
Do you think they'll be ranked?
Wait, no, maybe that was OU. That was the OU game we played in Tulsa.
Yeah, it could have been one of the games in Little Rock. They do that early season. So.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. All that matters is this. Last year, Muss, I think, knows how to rally these dudes, and I think these guys know what it takes to be champions. I'm not going to say anything just like none of that wild stuff. You know what I mean? But
you're not going to make proclamations that.
Nah, at least not yet.
Final Four bound.
I'd say that.
No, I will say Elite Eight bound. I don't think that there's a chance that Eric Musselman will allow this team to not go as far as they went last year.
They have the talent. That's for sure.
Exactly. They got the tools. They got the talent. It's Miller time. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go, man.
I hope you're right. I'm not gonna, sit here and try to talk you out of it because I agree with you. It's just
you know what? Fine. This is the year.
You're doing it. Final four.
No, I'm talking about the final two. Okay, I am talking. This is it, right here, right now. Hoot Hobbs is saying it. The national champions of the 2022 NCAA, the national champions for them, Arkansas Razorbacks. I'm saying it right now.
Okay.
And if you're wrong, we hog tie him by his feet and hang him up.
That's fair. Just leave me for a weekend.
Okay.
What do you think they'll be ranked after this?
No,
Yeah.
No,
come on.
No, they're not going to get
Not even
ranked.
25.
No, I don't think
Maybe
they will.
24 or
I don't think
25.
they will.
It's a huge victory, and
It's a fluke. It's a
people
fluke.
thought high upon them from the beginning of the season.
I
They
will
just
say
lost a lot of
this.
games they shouldn't have lost.
Yeah, but I will say this. We get no respect. So I'm telling you this. I think if we hit the top 25, I was telling Colby this earlier today, if we hit the top 25, we are in between 20 and 25.
I think if they hit the top 25, that may be the motivation that they need to realize that they can realize the potential that they have.
I say
'Cause
keep
like
them
you
unranked.
said, there are 5 guys that start every game that are worthy. Each individual is worthy of the attention. It's just they work together well as a team.
Right.
I say keep them unranked and let the fire burn.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything to do with that decision, but
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that mentality though of like, can you believe that? I mean, I think Musk could work that to his advantage. Can you believe
yeah,
that?
they're
You
always
guys went
gonna
out
play
there and
underdog.
y'all slapped these fools, and they still don't even have y'all ranked. They think y'all some busters, you know.
And they
what I
only
mean?
have one more loss than
It's
Kentucky.
what everybody's
And
done.
Kentucky's number 5.
Yeah.
And they have one
I mean,
less loss.
Belichick and Brady told everybody in that Patriots locker room they were the underdogs in every game they went into.
Right, yeah, exactly. And like,
And
Trey,
look at 'em.
Hey, speaking of Razorbacks, Trey Flowers is sitting in the other room with the defense going, Are they really saying that again?
It's like, wait, what?
Do
We're playing
they
the
know?
Jets. We're playing the Jets this week.
Nah, we're the underdogs. Like,
It's like their quarterback's Mark Sanchez.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't feel like we are.
We're plus 35 on the points spread.
We have Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
We have Julian Edelman and Gronk.
All right, so to move past
Razorbacks.
that game, we have Saturday. We got Bama, and then we have Mizzou again.
And then we have Kentucky at the end of coming up.
End of the month. I think we
Yeah.
play Kentucky on the 20.
Which
something.
LSU, Arkansas beat LSU. LSU did beat Kentucky, so
Yeah, by the transitive property, we can look. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that algebra's awesome because. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I really do kind of use that logic a lot, but I just don't think that there is a team that Arkansas can't beat.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know we lost to Hofstra. I know we lost to OU. I know we lost to Texas A&M. I know we lost to Mississippi State. I know we got them back. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think there's a team out there that Arkansas can't beat. I know that there are teams that they, very well could get beat by.
Yeah.
We got a lot of really salty teams coming up.
Yeah.
But you feel like you can be in every game that you play.
Yeah,
there's no reason to suspect they can't win every game that they're playing.
What game have they just straight up been kicked out of?
I was waiting on him. Normally he has it.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't pay attention to the losses at the beginning of the season.
They haven't been blown out.
No, they haven't.
They've blown out people, though.
Yeah,
Missouri,
Georgia, and
I'm going to be Missouri again.
Probably.
Now they've lost some games that they shouldn't have lost, but that can happen to anybody.
Sure, yeah, right. Any given day, okay, you want to know why Arkansas lost to Hofstra? Because they looked past Hofstra.
Yeah.
It's
it was
it was everything to Hofstra.
Yeah, exactly. It was like if we could take down these dudes, where Arkansas was like, well, these guys, we'll run over them, and they didn't prepare for them, they didn't give them respect, and they got beat.
Yeah.
It
At the end of the day, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And Musselman is anything like you say that he is. He has already used that as a motivator to never let that happen again under his watch.
I don't. I wish I could say that I know the cat personally.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, Eric. Yeah, no, we're good.
We go way back.
Way
I'll let
back?
him know. Yeah.
Back to the
Way back.
Sacramento days?
Yeah,
We're on the seesaw together in 3rd grade.
I'm not that.
Remember how old he thinks you are?
Yeah.
He's 32.
I'm like, Eric Musselman has adult children. We're not the same
We're
age.
not the same. You're
Yeah.
You're
So the Super Bowl's coming up.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
speaking of underdogs.
Yeah.
At
Joe
this
Shiesty.
point, is Joe the underdog?
No.
'Cause,
I don't-
everybody's
Come on.
picking
The
Joe.
Simpsons said the Bengals are going to win.
Yeah.
I saw it on Instagram. This dude put his
know.
life savings on the Bengals because the Simpsons are always right. And I'm thinking about doing it.
I'm not
gonna put my life
want the
savings
Bengals to win because I like the story because I remember their history of being always thought as the afterthought because
The
what
Browns.
Joe Montana did to them. They made it to the Super Bowl. They never stood a chance. Joe Montana was going to win those Super Bowls.
Yeah. It's Joe Montana.
Even they never could win a playoff game. They had Ocho Cinco, still couldn't really win a playoff game.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see the Cincinnati doing something like this. And I'm not the biggest Rams fan. However, the weapons on that Rams team are impressive.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Offense, defense, special teams.
Okay, so now that
And I want
know
to see
about
Stafford
the,
win Super Bowl.
yeah, I'd like to see Matt
I
Stafford.
want to see Stafford and Cup win one, but I don't want to see Jalen Ramsey win. I hate
It
that
doesn't
dude.
work that way.
Yeah, say that,
I hate
you
Jalen
have
Ramsey.
to. You can't wish good on someone while wishing bad on someone. It doesn't work.
I like the rest of the Rams defense. I like Eric Weddle. He came out of
There's
retirement.
one cat on that whole team, and you're like, I hope they don't win because of him.
I hate that mother.
Yeah, it's like I am
man.
so
He's a
spiteful
punk.
towards
He's
someone
a-
I don't know.
He's a punk.
Embrace the toxic culture.
Yo, you're so spiteful towards Tom Brady.
I'm really
And
not,
LeBron
though.
James.
Okay, there's a reason for
I'm gonna
that.
say, don't come
on,
at me with that
man.
LeBron
That's
James
communism
stuff.
if you don't against him.
Whatever.
Yeah, money before morals for the king. Isn't that what Enos Cantor?
Enos Cantor, yeah.
Yeah, Inter.
Enos Cantor.
Yeah.
Inter might as well be his name. Finger.
I don't know. I do think his ego is boosted to the sky like that, but at the same time, I don't think he's any different than any other athlete. They all think that way about themselves. They just do.
We are the second coming. It's
and
like, you're not.
honestly,
You just play ball, bro.
It happens whenever you spend an entire life where everybody has praised you and put you up on that pedestal.
Sure.
And then when they stop,
And then when you get paid exorbitant amounts of money to do anything, you're going to get an ego boost because you're feeling validation that you are everything that they
I'm
say
ready for
you
someone
are.
to validate this podcast. You know what I'm saying, Big Daddy?
Well, we
I was
know who
taking
it's
that the
not
other
going to be.
yeah, LeBron James.
Riverside Forward.
Riverside
Tulsa.
Oh,
I don't remember his name,
I
but
forgot that
suck
he
it.
called out the car dealership. I forgot about that. I was like,
Yeah.
LeBron,
I don't
I
remember the
guess.
salesman's name, but he knows who he is.
Enos
We
Cantor.
watching.
No, he's not.
No.
Yeah, you poop out a full chicken if if you got a text or someone on the chat was like, actually, Colby, I am listening, and I need that tax paperwork so we can finish the financing on your
Gave it to
car
him, man.
that I let you take
Without-
I let you take to a different state without
Signed
having-
ownership, signed my name on everything.
He made all the paper, dude. He
Why?
made paper, and he he knows what his payments are supposed to be each month, and he left. Not only did he leave the dealership, he left the state.
And this dirtbag over here here knew that going in the dealership, didn't he?
No, it's not on me. It's
No,
on the
he provided him with everything he said. He's like, okay, so is that all you need?
No.
Yep.
on the
that's
phone.
it.
He told me. He said the car's yours.
Yeah,
Wow.
bro. And let me tell you something.
Trying to make a sale, man. Commission.
Golly, bro. But the same thing happened to me and my wife whenever we bought her car, because I have to buy my car a new wife.
Whoa.
Maybe not.
Whoa. Pause.
Yeah, that was
Pause.
a-
Can I do that?
It's a Freudian slip. It's when you say one thing, but I mean your mother. Oh, yeah, but the salesman at Harry Robinson here in Fort Smith, it was the exact same way. Like, he didn't, like, I tried to tell him that we were trading a vehicle that I did not have in my possession. It was at a body shop because it had been in an accident. He just straight up didn't listen to anything. So it's like, yeah, don't worry, you can bring the car by later.
Yeah, because they don't care about that at all.
I was like,
at all.
Okay. And then he calls me later, hey, are you be able to bring that car by? I was like, nah. And he's like, what? I was like, it's in the body shop. It's what? I was like, it's in the body shop. And he goes, what body shop? And I was like, I told him where it was. I don't know if he sounded like this. I might be turning him into a cartoon character, but
I can see it.
But and he was like, what happened? I was like, bro, are you being serious right now? He's like, yeah. I said, I had this conversation with you at your desk today. I was explaining this is kind of strange because you don't want to even see the car that I'm trying to trade in. No, it's good. Don't worry.
He just cares about commission.
Yeah, he's just wanting to make a sale
That's
on the
it,
one he's
bro.
trying to get you
That
in.
is it, man. And like, he was such a dick, man. I did not like my salesman. And like, here's the deal. I didn't want to buy a car that day. I had no intentions of it. In fact, I was plenty upset that we were even on a car lot that day.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like my wife's like, I don't know. I just kind of want to look.
Been there,
you know?
been there.
Yeah. And you're like, of course, I lived with her for this long. Like, I know what she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I just want to go like look and just see if that's something I'd even want.
yeah, you're wise to the game. You're
Yeah,
not
right.
getting, you're not getting anything pulled. Like the veil's not being pulled on you.
Right.
The veil gets pulled on
She's
me.
like, I just don't understand why you're in a bad mood. I was like, because I'm at a car lot test driving another car, which means I'm about to buy another car. So anyway, I had
That she'll trade in a year.
Yeah, that you're going to trade in a year and a half. And I'll never have equity in anything.
Scrub it.
Yeah,
Scrub
all
it,
of this, all of it. Anyway,
Keep it.
The point is, I've had bad experiences too, but this cat is, like I said, bro.
Pushy salesman.
No, this
but
dude's
that's
like,
the whole thing. It wasn't it. This
he's
is
like
the
a little
different-
kid.
This is like the difference in the situation, though. Is I had a pushy salesman that didn't care, just wanted to make the sale.
Yeah.
Well, this cat didn't care, wanted to make the sale, but like didn't do his job.
Yeah,
Like at least my guy was like, here, let me hook you up with a sleazy bank that'll give you a high interest
And then he
rate.
followed up wanting to know where that car was. So see, he did his due diligence following up. Sounds like
Yeah.
this other guy just basically is like,
I mean,
I don't know,
like-
man. You want my car?
Yeah. I mean, like all I
he's
could
like
think
spam
is,
texting me, and I'm like, I'm at work, man.
bro, all I could think. I told him, I was like, bro, you need to Karen out and call the manager because, like,
I
seriously,
did.
and just be like, yo, what's up? And then he says the manager didn't want to talk to him. You're like, bro, I have your car.
Yeah.
And there's
And I said,
like,
I'll take it
apparently
back.
I'm not being financed, so I just like have it.
I said, I'll take it back. And they're like, no, you don't have to do that. And I was like, then figure something out.
There's nothing worse than a you up text from a freaking car salesman.
Oh,
I'm
bro.
getting those. I mean, come on. You up on the text? Yeah.
I was just wondering if you had like some tax information you could send me. Why would I
Like,
send you
I've
my
gave them-
tax information?
I gave them
bro?
all the financial info they
like,
could possibly need.
Hey, Big C, I know you and I really hit it off last Saturday. and-
Yeah.
and
It
we
was
had-
Saturday. How'd you know?
We had a real big conversation, and you said that you were deeply interested in getting inside of that car that I was.
You're like, why does this sound like you?
But-
Maybe I shouldn't have had a bottle of wine before I sent this text.
Why does it sound like
But-
a bad scenario?
But are you going to come back? Because they're starting to ask questions, and I don't know
Yeah.
what to tell them.
Yeah, because
They're starting
You
to
know.
ask why I put you made this much a month when you clearly don't. He thought I said
he
I made.
said he made
X.
like $5,000 a month. I was like, God.
Yeah, he said I said that. And he said I wrote it down. I was like, bro, I didn't write. The only number I wrote down was 0 for down payment.
I feel like I've had that conversation with that salesman, so I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about, especially in his case, because he goes in there looking young, so this guy thinks he's got one.
Yeah, he's
He
like,
goes,
oh, here we go.
He goes, what kind of down payment? 2,000, 1,000. I was like, I won't make a down payment until I see what it does to the total price.
I see what it do.
So lock eyes.
So the Super Bowl. That's where all of this came from. Was the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl. That's going to be.
I'm still going with the Rams.
Browns
I
by
want
10.
Smoking Joe to win, but I still go with the Rams by a touchdown.
I'm going to be honest with you. I am going to jump ship.
Let's go.
And it has nothing to do with Colby. I will slap hands, but it has nothing to do with Colby. It actually has everything. Yeah, I know. I don't say high five, man. I slap hands. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just, anyway, I don't even know. Anyway, because of The Simpsons is what I'm getting at. The Simpsons have predicted things
like 50
that they
things.
shouldn't have. They've gotten them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say, I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Bengals pull it off. But
The Simpsons had them winning by more than 10 too.
But here's the deal. I say Bengals by 3. I'm still going to say
Close game.
Yeah, I'm going to still say a close game. Because I did say Rams by 3. I'm going to say Bengals by 3.
It's hard not to believe in Joe, man.
He's Joe Shiesty, bro.
He's saying all the right things. He's got that pedigree. We may have. I know it's way too early to make a prediction or any type of a comparison, but he's got a similar resume coming in here to like a Brady, where he's got winner written all over him.
Yeah.
You just see it.
Yeah.
But he also plays for the Bengals, and he can't do it all by himself.
He also plays for the bloody Bengal Tigers. But I'm just saying, a society has propped up athletes and not
We're guilty of it. I mean, on this show, we celebrate their accomplishments every week.
Absolutely. But I don't think we idolize these people into like thinking that they're better than us or that they're more important than us just because they play a game.
No, and I think that's one of the distinctions that we're able to draw, and we try to point out every week too, is that these guys, while we do marvel at their accomplishments, the things that they've been able to do, at the end of he's killing it. By the way, right now, killing it.
I know. They're playing Charlotte right now.
We don't idol anybody, but DeMar, he's killing it. Oh my!
But
Baker's the best.
At the end of the day, I mean, if we bump into this guy, he's still a human being. He's still flesh and blood like you and I. There's nothing that really separates us other than all of those accomplishments that they've done on the field.
I'm going to go ahead and say I feel like I'm a better person than LeBron James.
I'd agree.
I feel like I'm a better person.
At least
and I am not a delusional human being. I am not a good person.
I can agree because I'm not either.
I don't personally know LeBron James. All I see are the stories that are on the news. So I don't.
I've seen enough of his interviews. I feel like
I've seen
him.
enough of his Twitter and Facebook and like social media.
I feel like I know him.
Yeah.
No, Brandon, dude, that's not your bag, dude. You're one of the. You're kind of like hippy dippy when it comes down to that.
Not really. I don't.
You just don't.
I don't care for some people. There are people that I don't like, but I mean, LeBron James has never done anything that's offended me.
But that's what I'm.
I just on the basketball court, he pisses me off because he's on 38 years old and he's still incredible.
I guess.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You guess? He's still out there playing at one of the highest leagues.
I agree. I'm just not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's
I'm
Tom
not gonna
Brady. He's the same way.
No, shut up. No, it's not. It is the exact same. It's the exact same. No, you shut up. You shut
the hell up over there. Get in the closet.
Oh my God, I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Why it's too damn bad?
Yeah, it is. It's the same.
But
honestly, like I feel like I'm a better person than Tom Brady too, though. So
yeah, but you kiss your 8-year-old son in the mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Mainly because I don't have a 21-year-old son to tongue kiss on the mouth in front of national TV. You know, I mean, but if I did, I don't think I would do that. I feel like I'd just win the Super Bowl and be like, "Hey, son, I hope you're proud of me. I love you. You can back off."
Hey, champ, did you get enough sleep last night?
Where's your mom?
Yeah, for real. Hey, champ, where's your mom? I got business taking over right now. I just won the Super Bowl, homie.
I try not to put anybody up on that platform either, though. Like you say, I live in a world where it's like I don't try to have a problem with anybody. I just don't. I've lived a life where I had a problem with everybody. I was really, really angry all the time, but I've let all that go.
What a shame.
I'm a better person for it. So
it's a lot of misused anger.
Me and Lance, we use our.
Well, here's the deal, man. But in all seriousness, since you've known me, you and I have been polar opposites on this always. Where you are more of the, and like I said, I don't mean it like putting you down. I mean like just because of the way it actually is, you're kind of hippy dippy on this because it's like, yo, no, I got love for this person because they've never done me wrong.
I don't even have love for him.
I just mean like a respect is what I'm saying. I don't mean like
he hasn't done anything that I can say that makes you a bad guy to me.
Well, right. Okay. let's just forget that we're talking about LeBron James for a minute because he has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is just in general, someone. I don't want to say can do something wrong because like you don't. I ain't never known you let anyone walk on you. That's not what I'm talking
I hold
about.
grudges for life.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
I'm petty,
but
man.
like, but it takes a lot to get you there. It takes a lot to get you like actually upset. Like you can like I've seen you like get all like pissed about something and then be like, oh, you know what? But you always take that. What I'm saying by the hippy dippy thing is really, I guess the real way is you take a mature approach. You know, it's just not that big of a deal. I'm not gonna waste my time being upset with it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, right, sure. Where me, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna be upset about it, and like, you're gonna know I'm upset about it. Like, especially if you're the one I'm upset with, you will know. Like, I always love this. Hey, are we good? I'm sorry. Have I come to you and told you we're not? Well, no. Then I would say we're fine. You know what I'm saying?
Makes a problem out of it.
Yeah, but I will.
We're not good now because you asked me if I'm good.
That's how I am.
But that's seriously though. That is okay. I want to use your favorite term ever. That is my toxic trait. My toxic trait is I don't have a problem, and if I didn't tell you we have a problem, then we don't have one. But if you ask me, you have just made one.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is you're not good at masking your feelings on things either. You don't have that type of a poker face.
No.
It's right there. You can tell there's something the matter. That's like if something's the matter, you come in here and there's something wrong. We know right off the bat that something's up.
Yeah, it's like, tonight's gonna suck.
It's like, oh God,
this grumpy ass.
Look out, Colby. Peepaw's mad.
These dang youngsters in here just whippersnapping. And do we have any more sports?
Kyler Murray.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Murray.
y'all have to talk about Kyler Murray too, because all I know is he's at Arizona. I mean,
Oof, I don't know much longer.
So
I mean, I understand
what he's
that,
done is he's gone out and he's scrubbed all of his social media.
He cleared all his
anything that acknowledges that he is Arizona Cardinals quarterback.
Yeah.
And can't really confirm this yet, but it's because he's wanting to be paid because he's still under that rookie contract and he feels undervalued. The problem is.
Yeah, but you're on a rookie contract, bro.
Everybody goes through it.
Yeah, seriously, this is a growing pain. Like, okay, so you came out, you had a great season, and he did. Kyler Murray had a great season with Arizona. But you're gonna what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? Just demand to be paid more,
Or not play,
or not
hold
play,
out.
and hold out. Okay, I would.
Although, again, he hasn't done
I'm
any of
spiteful,
this
though, I
yet.
can't say that.
The only thing that's odd is that he has scrubbed his social media, which is, everything was branded before.
Other than an Oklahoma picture and a Pro Bowl picture in which most of the Pro Bowl pictures were with Green Bay players and Green Bay coaches. So
yeah, there's also that speculation because Rodgers is done in Green Bay, and they may be looking.
Where's Rodgers heading? We think Denver.
Some people are saying Denver.
the blue and silver star.
Some people think he may want to go to San Francisco if they're shopping around to replace Jimmy. But he's from the Northern California area.
I know.
And he grew up a 49er fan.
Oh, man, it's over for the Cowboys.
Shut up, you jerk. It's what's bad is it's true.
It's been over. What do you mean?
I'm about to say,
there?
it's never, it hasn't been there since 1995.
What's funny is what is the team that has given Aaron Rodgers the most trouble? San Francisco.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he can't beat him.
If he can't beat him,
Join him.
KD, baby. KD.
He's a champion.
He's a snake. What's the snake mask again, Daddy? Lay it down on me.
Oh, okay. Theo Von Snake Man.
Yeah, go and lay it down.
Can't read.
Yeah.
Chokes others. Snake. That's basic snake math, Daddy.
Kevin Durant.
If
That's
the
all I
shoe
heard.
fits.
Yeah. They ain't got shoes, Daddy.
Well, I don't know what's going on with Kevin Durant and the Nets either, though. But it looks like Harden's out.
Harden.
Yeah, Harden wants out.
Yeah.
That dude's a clown. Oh, my gosh.
Well, he's got a moon face, so.
He's been playing like trash this season. He really has.
is.
Well, he's
trash.
45 pounds overweight. Like I said last week, he's 45 pounds overweight. He's not going to play well. Trust me. Okay, believe me on this one. Trust me, when you're 45 pounds overweight, you don't play good ball, okay?
He has his last night's supper still stuck in his beard.
Well, you guys got to definitely love the trade rumors going on with him for Simmons.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they're talking about
Simmons?
Yeah,
Trash.
like Ben Simmons. Like I don't have a jump
Ben
shot.
Simmons and Seth Curry for James Harden.
Seth
straight
Curry
up.
adds a lot of value.
Wait, Seth Curry and Ben Simmons
For James
Harden.
Yeah.
And James seems like he's on board right now, wanting to go to Philly. So,
Seth
I mean,
Curry
okay,
changes
but-
that.
but Embiid and Harden, if Harden plays
Well,
like
okay.
Harden of old,
Right. Well, and that's the whole thing. I think if he can get to a place
Motivated
where,
again.
yeah, and get motivated, I think
Well-
James Harden could really step back up.
He was always a one guy. The Rockets, it was him alone. He has to be the star.
Yeah, he kind of does have to be the star. But I mean, here's the deal: when you have Joel Embiid, though, you're not going to be the only star. But that's two very different
He doesn't
types
have
of
a guard,
star.
yeah.
types of stars.
Like him and Chris
exactly.
Paul couldn't play together.
No.
Because Chris Paul is point guard.
And the thing about Embiid is there's nothing that Harden would do that's going to take away from where Embiid's going to dominate.
Yeah.
Embiid's going to get his.
He's going to get more
regardless.
rebounds because
Right.
Harden's going to jack up them stupid
Right?
threes.
He's going to make it rain.
Embiid,
God.
49th rebound in the second quarter. Harden 0 for 50.
What? He did a step back three? No.
Yeah. Well, James Harden with a step back three. Oh God, I've had a heart attack. How surprised I was.
2 for 28.
I'm so startled. Brandon, are you startled?
The thing is, though, you're right, 2 for 28. But what about those times he's like 25 for 28? That's
Right.
That's the James Harden
Yeah.
that you
See.
get sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. But the problem is
Streaky
that
shooter.
Never in the postseason, though. Never
Yeah,
once.
that's very true there.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, you still got a good shooter on Philly with Isaiah Joe.
Yeah. Very good shooter.
you
They have
got-
another one. Is it Sarge? Sarge?
Yeah.
He's good.
Sarge, yeah.
Yeah.
Dario.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, losing Seth Curry, you're losing a shooter. But I mean, if Harden performs, then you're trading shooter for shooter. So basically,
And you're getting rid of the cancer that is Ben Simmons.
that's what I was about to say. Is like honestly, all they needed to say is like, "Yo, we'll give you Seth Curry for James Harden," or "Hey, we'll give you James Harden for Seth Curry," and they're like, "All right, but
Take this contract."
I would say, "We'll give you Seth for James Harden, but you got to take Ben." And don't you know Brooklyn was like,
It's
"Do
tough.
we-
This cancer
All right,
tumor, I don't
just-
want it.
all right, okay."
Wait. Which Ben are we getting? Are we getting the Ben that occasionally shows up and plays really well?
No.
Oh, we're getting the ego guy.
Yeah, no. You're getting the Ben that is here.
That sits out.
This
for,
is just him now.
He's gonna shoot the three that never had a chance.
Yeah,
I think it's like 1
he's gonna
for 50
pull.
in his
Yeah, he's
career.
gonna pull up from 15 foot and airball it because he put
so
too much arch on
embarrassing.
it.
I wonder if getting on the same team though with Durant and Irving may improve Simmons.
I don't think so. I think they'll
Because he
treat him
does-
like a bum, dude.
He doesn't
He is
have.
one.
He didn't get along with Embiid, but him and Embiid are both like
Whoa, Posh.
whoa.
What do you mean by that?
Foreign from different countries.
No, they're both really large men.
Well,
So
he's also
they're
kind of a control.
dominating the same area. I know.
What do you
I know
mean?
Ben occasionally played point, but
Right.
he's a forward. Let's be real.
Ben can't shoot.
Are you
He can
six?
barely
What,
dribble.
6'10"?
Yeah, he's like 6'9",
But
6'10".
okay, but hold on a second. You got a 6'10" guard out there. His name's Giannis.
He's too, but Giannis is hard enough to go to the paint. Ben is soft.
There's that too.
Ben Simmons
He's-
is like snuggle soft.
He
bro.
plays like Muggsy Bogues without the chip on his shoulder. And you never seen
I was
Muggsy.
about to
You've
say,
never seen Muggsy
How
Bogues.
dare you
No,
disrespect the good
Listen,
damn name of
listen,
Muggsy Bogues?
Listen, you've never seen Muggsy without the chip, but imagine
Right.
someone that small without the chip.
Okay, so
Useless.
So, what I want to talk about, though, since we're moving off of sports and all this kind of stuff, let's talk about Karen Johnson, okay? So, a woman by the name of Karen Johnson, you would probably know her as Whoopi Goldberg, which she is, I don't know, a 90s legend, Sister Act, Karina, all these, like, classics and stuff. Great, awesome.
No eyebrows.
Yeah, at all, and apparently no soul, because like she's just absolutely. I mean, all these cackling hens on The View, bro. Let me tell you something. I'm pretty sure they eat each other's souls.
Oh, they're
like
they're hard.
they are the worst human beings I've like. Look, bro, I've listened to Bill Maher go on and on. Of course, they all hate Bill Maher now because he's not an idiot. But look, all I'm saying is these women just like spew hateful nonsense for an hour a day onto the airwaves and then are like praised for it. And they're like, oh, they're so smart. I'm like, Joy Behar has been described as a lot of things. I don't think smart should be one of them. nor should beautiful.
You attacked her personally.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something right
He's
now.
not talking about her looks. Just for the record, he's not being shallow.
She's got a family,
He's talking
man.
about her as a person.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the way she looks. I'm saying she is not a beautiful person. She's an ugly person. I mean, like I said, look, bro, I'm not even trying to put out hatred right now.
I will say this, coming from the opposite end of the political spectrum here, I don't like her either, and it's nothing to do with politics. She's obnoxious, hateful, and rude.
Like, look, bro, you and I disagree on a lot of things, politically speaking, but you believe what you believe. I believe what I believe. You can tell me. You cannot tell me. You can do whatever you want. Like, I don't care. You want to know why? Because anytime we do disagree, we'll end up seeing it like, okay, well, let's stay respectful and let's just kind of, you know what? This probably ain't a conversation.
We just got through doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
We literally just got through doing it about LeBron James. We both took different points, and I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't plan on crying myself to sleep tonight.
I do. Not.
That doesn't really have anything to do with this, though. I mean, he will. But
yeah, that's just
completely unrelated. He's battling a lot of depression.
Okay,
always.
so the reason for the Whoopi Goldberg thing, though, is, you know, I'm sure everyone at this point has heard that she was like, the Holocaust didn't have anything to do with race. They were all white people.
That's
I was
who
like,
said that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sorry, but I feel like the Jewish community would probably argue that. They would feel that it was a bit racist.
And that's the same thing that you're doing there is the same thing that any minority group blames another group of doing, and that's generalizing.
Yeah, punching down.
Because you're just grouping a whole lump of people together by one characteristic and identifying them as the same thing without taking a minute to say, hey, this is a different situation.
Right.
How about we address it as something different?
Sure. Now, let me ask you this, okay? Not you. You see, Wayne, you hold tight, because I'm going to ask you too in a second, but we're not going to interrupt. I want your honest thing. So what you're just saying, I agree with 100%. So that's why I'm going to say, is that not racist?
What do you mean?
Well, using, you know, what you're just talking about, generalizing a group based on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That was my implication.
Yeah, exactly. It's racist, right?
It's
because
a form of the same thing.
So, let's say I'm some kind of jerk. Okay, I'm like the worst kind of human, and I'm like, well, slavery wasn't racist because black people sold us the slaves. That's racist. Shut up, bro. Shut up. You know,
same.
That's not. Yeah, exactly. I don't care. Racism, or not racism. Well, racism too. It's terrible. But what I'm saying is, like, slavery was an awful thing that happened. Now, it wasn't exclusive to the U.S. I hear all these things. I get it. I know it. But it doesn't change the fact that people owned people. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Just in general, it's terrible.
Yeah, in general, it's terrible. It's one of those things that that I don't know what else to say. It's terrible. I acknowledge how terrible that is, and I thank God that I had nothing to do with it. You know, but at the same time, I don't think you get to claim. You know, and I'm not. I don't know. I'm trying to.
Yeah, you're trying to pick what you're saying carefully.
Yeah,
you don't want to fall in the same boat that Whoopi's falling in.
Exactly. So I'm just saying, I don't think you can sit here and claim that things are overtly terrible and racist, and then at the same time turn around and be overtly terrible and racist. I just think that's. I
think it creates a definite hypocrisy, and there's a juxtaposition that you're talking out of both sides of your mouth, and it invalidates both points.
Yeah,
but there is something to be said that the point she's trying to make, without belittling another group whatsoever, she was trying to draw attention to that thing. The problem that she's doing is you can't compare apples to oranges. You should never compare somebody else's struggle to the struggle of someone else, because they're not the same thing. They are both equally egregious, awful, should not happen, should have never happened. Why can't we agree upon that? Why does one thing have to be better or more worse than the other? Why do we have to live in that world?
Yeah,
Shades of gray?
You know, it's one of those things of, hey, you think you've got it bad. Huh.
Yeah,
you should wait and hear about me. And then you got the Jewish people who are like, huh, you think, I about did a, I'm not going to do that.
I heard the
let's scrub that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, say
well, you
so
have
for
you have a
joke.
Jewish person saying like, hey, you think, or you think the Holocaust was bad. We had slavery. It's like, well, you think slavery is bad. We had slavery. I mean, like we were in Egypt. Do you remember that story?
Yeah, it's like there's.
I just the point I'm getting at is this because us white folks ain't never had to struggle for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts, 100%.
Well, I mean, look, it's the same thing. I'll get to that in a minute. What I'm saying is this. We don't have to live in that world. We can all acknowledge that there have been awful atrocities committed, let's say, by one race against another. And no matter what that race is, you know what I'm saying? Even in modern times, there are still, terrible things happening between the races. Not nearly as often as what I've actually looked things up. Like actually, did a little bit of research and, just kind
I
of.
know it wasn't for the show.
Huh?
I'm kidding.
Yeah, it wasn't for the show. Well,
It was a joke.
I'm a busy man, so.
Actually, you do a lot of research. That was
I-
totally Cap, guys. Seriously, he puts thought into the show.
I promise
Stop the
I do.
cap.
Even though sometimes I ramble, that's just because I get in the moment.
That's
but-
really what happens is we get on here and then we get passionate about something and then we fall more or less off script. 'Cause we do have a plan coming in here. It
And then
doesn't seem
Colby,
like it always-
and then Colby says something. I'm like, wait, where was it? What?
Well, he's our little
what
agent of
day is it?
chaos. We
Yeah.
enjoy him. He comes in here and he'll throw us a curve and then change the whole
I'm
show.
the snake going down the rabbit hole.
All I'm saying is this: stop punching down on each other.
Yeah.
They don't even have to be specific to that. Stop punching down on one another. If you really want to make a positive difference, stop pointing out all the bad that has already happened and start focusing on being the good that is to come.
And be an advocate for positive change.
That's it, man. That's all it is. And I think the first thing that Whoopi Goldberg should do is go by her legal name, which is Karen Johnson, because Goldberg is cultural appropriation, and that is obviously that's a big problem with folks. You know what I'm saying?
And I believe there's some people that have taken offense to that and
Wait,
pointed
why?
that out.
Yeah, right.
What do you mean?
The last name Goldberg is a typically Jewish last name.
I'm about to say, yeah.
It's her stage
okay,
name.
but
Why
for
does
the
she
record,
go by that?
Stage name.
it's a stage name. Yeah,
It sounds better than
Karen
Dude,
Johnson.
she's a Karen.
I know, and hey, that's a props though.
Does
so-
anyone else with her go by stage names? Just their real name?
There's all kinds of celebrities go by stage names.
Yeah, bro.
Well, I'm talking about the people she works with on The View.
I have no idea.
You didn't watch The View.
I don't want. Well, yeah, I would say. Unfortunately, it
My
pops
mom
up in
does.
Facebook all the
My
time.
mom watches it.
Of
Oh.
course, she does.
And that's what I think is really damning about whenever she does stuff like this, or any of them do things like this. Joy Behar or Elizabeth Hasselbeck in the past, or any of these people that
Yeah.
caused Rosie O'Donnell that caused controversy.
Right.
They're hurting the point of the whole freaking show, which was a show produced by women.
Yeah.
With women on the air
Yeah.
giving their opinions, talking to other women about
Yeah.
subjects that normally they're the voice of the voiceless. And here they are, they're taking this platform of the voiceless to say something so asinine and stupid
Yeah.
that microphone needs to be taken away.
Yeah, I agree. Like, here's the deal. Because I am against cancel culture, and some people are like, shouldn't we
not
just
cancel culture? I just don't think that I don't want to hear what she has to say anymore.
No, but hear me out on this. As I'm against cancel culture unless you are a part of the mob. If you're a part of the woke mob that is coming after everyone, trying to get everyone canceled, I don't feel like you should get a second chance. I feel like you should. I think the mob should eat you too. I think you should be canceled. If you're one of the ones carrying a pitchfork and then you get caught in some dirty stuff, I hope they turn on you. I hope they eat you. I mean, I'm sorry, but
Yeah, there's a lot of hypocrisy and too many hypocrites that run around doing
Yeah.
exactly that same thing.
On both
Right.
sides. On both sides.
Yeah, from everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Every walk of life.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with political sides. That's humans. Look, man, I'm not trying to sit here and say I've never been a hypocrite. I've never done anything wrong. Of course I have. The difference is I don't sit here and parade around being like, this is what everyone else should be doing.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
or
I'll
if
do what I
you're-
want.
Or if you're caught or called out on something, you have the ability to realize that, yes, I made that mistake or I was wrong, and you can change your mind and grow and evolve as
Sure.
a person if you feel that's the right thing to do.
yeah.
Whenever you just double down on your stupidity and just fight
Yeah.
it just to be to fight it. I don't understand that. I understand you're trying to save yourself, but why do you try to save yourself by doubling down on being the piece of crap? You know,
Right? Yeah.
I don't get that. I've never understood that. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do that twice. It's like, why? The first time you did it, it was stupid.
Yeah, it's like, you sure you want to do that? I mean, you guys are going to do that, or anyway? So yeah, that was my little spill on Whoopi. Like, I just feel like, and honestly, man, it's not. I just hear all these stupid people being stupid and being praised for it, and I'm like, I just feel like at some point you have to like shine that flashlight into that dark
we're stupid too. Where are you gonna praise us?
Okay, yeah, right. Start praising me. Praise me. No, but I'm just saying sometimes you got to take a flashlight and shine it into a dark corner to see how dirty it is. You know what I mean? And you know, if you've got these cackling hens, which the only reason I keep using them is because right now Whoopi's the one that's in trouble, and Joy Behar is the most hateful human being on the planet. I'm pretty sure she eats a kitten every morning before work.
No, puppies. Kittens aren't that important.
Oh, you have a cat, don't you?
Yeah,
Of course you have a cat. We're dads, bro. We have cats.
I like cats too. I love cats.
Nah, you don't have a cat. You ain't no dad. You got to be a dad to have a cat,
I
bro.
got to pick up my kid at 6. Thank you very much.
Anyway, I'm just saying, I don't know, man. Like, at some point, you have to call people out and be like, okay, look, if you're going to be spewing hate all the time, look, this is what these people are doing.
Which is what they have done. They've
Yeah.
basically taken away her microphone for the time being, and who knows what will come from there. I
Hopefully,
think
Joy Behar loses hers too, man.
She at least goes hoarse, something.
Yeah, you know, maybe okay, fine, leave her on the show, but Lord, if you could like strike her mute, that'd be like,
Goodness.
Okay, so Colby and I had an interesting conversation today, and you know, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you. And, all right, anyway. That's nobody?
I know the song.
Okay, cool. As long as somebody does. Like, all right. So anyway, I want you to tell it because it was your conversation that got the whole thing rolling.
Yeah.
So
it's about like these days, people, first thing you get asked, I've known it all I have had it happen to me. I've never immediately opened with this question. I find it quite ridiculous.
I find it offensive, to be honest with you.
And my friends have had it, and it seems to be girls asking it more than guys, based on me and my friends. I'm not saying that for everybody. I don't know. We don't play that game. We play the slow game. Slow and low. Anyways. Not me.
Just go, bro.
Anyways, they asked the body count. What's your body count?
Yeah, which first
You want to
off,
explain to the audience what a body count is? And we're not talking about Ice-T's hip-hop, hardcore hip-hop metal group,
That's
or
right.
when someone dies.
Oh,
right.
God.
Or gets murdered.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Yeah, Chris Kyle, 43.
which I am,
We're talking about a different type of body count.
which I still find it incredibly cruel to call it a body
I think
count.
they get it, yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
So
They ask you that. That's the first question.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, how are you? What's your body count? I'll be like, 46. You're like, you've slept with that many people? Like, oh, no, far less.
72. It's like, what?
what's the 46 for? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, shh. Just go.
But-
I used to work in other countries. Just go.
Say there's this is based off no one at all, but say there's this girl and her body count says 26 different people.
How old
okay?
is the person?
Say my age, low 20s.
Bruh.
Just one context.
Like
Just
this
one
is
context.
this is like listen. This is
I
no
just
one
want
in particular.
context. I'm not
This is-
judging.
I promise you, this is no one in particular. I mean, I know people like this.
Hypothetical.
I know people like this, but
So do I.
it's not
So do I,
anymore.
but we're saving that for off air.
There's no one in
Bruh.
particular. So say 2 of those were real relationships, and the other 24 are hookups, Tinder dates. Okay, then you have a guy.
Dog.
Who could
Can you
have-
tell that I'm a traditional moralist on this
And then
on this
you listen.
particular subject?
And then you could have a guy, and he's like, "Oh, mine is 4." 2 of those being a relationship that were a year and a half, 2 years long. The other 2 being a hookup post relationship. Like, I mean, you should have done it.
You know,
Yeah.
he's shining glass. He's getting a
Yeah.
rebound.
I don't know. I'm not here to
And then-
slut shame anybody. So,
But then
I'm just listening.
she's
Listening to
sitting there
story.
like, "Did you?
Are you listening,
Did you
John Michael?
participate in that a lot with your significant other?" He'd like, "You dated them for a year.
Yeah,
In
right.
this world now, yes. And she's like, how many times you do it with them? Say you say a number.
I'll be like, first off,
Oh shoot!
Like, say you did it, you've done it 300 times altogether, your whole life. That's when she would shame you, be like, well, I've only done it X amount of times. But you have 26 different people.
I only did it 26 times with 26 different partners, bro.
Okay, I get the
You get what I'm
conversation.
saying?
Sure.
4
Okay.
partners compared to 26.
Okay, but hold on a second. Once again, I understand in this particular conversation, I am probably the most conservative in the room because
no doubt.
You know,
It's a
and not
commitment.
because I didn't always live this way, but like, you know, my wife and I. Bro, look, I have a little bit more traditional morals now than I did whenever I was 21. You know, at 21, you know, that conversation might have seemed like, okay, I'll have this conversation. Now, if someone came up to me and was like, what's your body count? I'd be like, 46. They'll be like, you've had sex with 46 people? I'd be like, no. And they'd be like, then what are you talking about? Like, nothing. I thought, what's up? What is this now?
Like I've killed 46 people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are we talking about? You know, like,
be
why would someone
49,
ask me
but
that? No, all the joking aside, though.
Allegedly, I've done it.
But look, okay, like I said, all that I'm just being nonsensical with that. But what I'm saying is this, though. Why is this an acceptable conversation to have, like, first meeting somebody? Like, I can understand as you start to get to know each other, things get serious. You know, you might want to ask these questions.
There's
right?
a new frankness with social interactions now that wasn't
because they're-
present before. I think social media has a lot to do with
right,
that.
because it's become more of an antisocial.
And people are way more comfortable sharing a lot of personal information to strangers.
Yeah, which is, like, it seems like we're setting up our kids like just ripe for the picking for pedos, man. Because like we're just
Maps.
like, no, I don't play that game. They're pedos, bro. You lucky I don't call them chomos, but no, man. I'm just saying, like, it's so weird. Anyway, I'll stay off that soapbox.
We can come back to that one. Let's circle
But,
back to that
like,
one
just to this though, I was like, the conversation we were having was, he was like, I don't even remember. Like, the chick thought it was weird that this guy had sex like
a bunch of times.
With the two relationships.
with his, you know,
Yeah, no.
significant other, right? But yeah, it's no big deal to have 26 different. And so here's where I stand on this, okay? I understand that you might have had sex 26 times with 26 different people, and that's it. That's all you've ever done your entire life. However, that means you had 26 different possibilities to give you some kind of problem. You did?
Yes, and there's also a strong chance that you didn't develop a strong, deep, meaning relationship on a personal level with 26
And
individuals.
there's no commitment. There's no commitment to stay with
Exactly,
someone. It's
exactly.
free.
So
Come get
that's
it.
where you're coming at. From
Yeah.
that standpoint.
So, like, okay. So here's the deal. I was also once a teenage hormonal young man, and Lord already knows, and so does my mama. So I have no problems telling you. I committed adultery as a young man. I was having sex outside of wedlock. And honestly, I was a Christian at the time because I received salvation as a very young man, as a child, and so like most of my biggest sins have been done after salvation, which thank the Lord, you know, the way I believe is that it does. Yeah, there's forgiveness,
Forgiveness
and
is
I'm
divine.
good, man. Yeah. So anyway. That's a little explanation there, but like, look. So I wasn't always this traditional moralist, you know what I mean? Like I had, you know, I liked girls, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but I didn't have conversations like this. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't really something that you did, and also I didn't ever.
Not even locker room banter?
Well, no. That's
you mean
different.
with the opposite sex?
Yeah, exactly. If
I thought you were talking about just in general. You
yeah,
didn't have
no.
conversations about
Yeah,
boning
look,
and stuff.
that's back before it was frowned upon to you know, talk to your friends. Now you're not supposed to talk to friends ever about anything. Yeah. They're like, "Hey, are you depressed?" You're like, "Shut up, dude! Don't talk to him."
Oh my God.
He might end up talking to us too. We'll never get out of here.
That's not true. If you're having problems, please talk to somebody.
He's depressed. Shut up. Don't talk to me.
You're listening to three individuals, all seriousness, that battle with deep depression on a daily basis. So please, if you do need to talk to somebody, please talk to somebody.
Yeah, you can talk to me, bro. Like, I won't just sit and wait for my chance to talk. I'll listen to you. I swear to God. Brandon was saying something. I wasn't listening.
Yeah. Something about deep
Look, man,
depression
all
loser.
I'm saying right now is I'm going to tell you the truth about my life. Nobody cares. Work harder. Okay. Anyway, neither here nor there. Man, we got on a weird kick there. But no. What I'm saying is this: like, I don't care if you've been with 26 people. That's your business. What I care about is that you
Judge.
Yeah, like kind of
casting a judgment.
Yeah, that
on
you
another
cast
person.
a judgment on me because let's just say I had sex with my ex-wife 26 times, and you had sex with 26 times, but with 26 different people. I feel like I got the moral high ground. You know what I'm saying? And let's take the wife out of it. Say it's even my girlfriend, my long-term girlfriend. Is it still sinful? Yes, but do I feel like I have the moral high ground?
It's a commitment.
Yeah, it's a commitment. Like, look,
You're not
you're
not taking the sex itself lightly. You're
right.
You're
That's
taking
the
it for what
point.
it is.
Yeah.
That is the point right there. You hit it. Okay, so that's where I was working
They're
towards.
just giving it out.
The reason this bothers me is because sex is so cheap, and I'm not even making a joke. It is so cheap, dude. Like, guys especially, we can't wait to give it to somebody. It's like we don't even have to get any money for this thing, man. Yeah, it's on, baby. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? But it's getting to a point now where the more and more things I see that disturbs me because of the fact that I have a 5-year-old daughter is the fact that there's going to be some tobacco chewing, rap listening dipshit that's gonna walk up to my daughter and be like, "Yo, shawty, what it is?" First off, I never talk that way, but it's gonna be some idiot just like me, and he's
Not even 04?
Yeah.
okay,
Come
yeah,
on,
maybe,
man.
maybe so. Even though I'm not your man, my girl.
even-
I'm gonna
did
call
you
you
see the
mine.
look on his
Oh,
face when he was like, "Come on."
Not even the high tops and the baggy shorts. Come on.
Bro, I still wear that.
I know.
That's what he's saying.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
You're that guy,
I
pal.
usually don't use shoddy.
anymore.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anyway, look, the whole thing is this. Like, I don't even know what the whole thing is. You just tip
Talking
me
about
off.
your
it.
daughter
Yeah.
growing up.
Okay. So
Yeah.
there's gonna be some idiot like me, some kid, some punk.
Yeah.
That's gonna
Show up at your door one
just
day.
sweep her off her feet, and she's gonna be in love. And
He's a dirtbag.
And he's a dirtbag just like I was. You know what I'm saying? He's probably a good kid who's just a teenage dirtbag. Because I got news for you. Every teenage dirtbag, well, most teenage dirtbags are actually just good kids trying to figure it out. You know what I mean?
Truthfully, yeah. Just
But-
haven't had a chance to because you.
Speak for yourself.
Sure.
I'm not a good kid.
Well, you're also not a teenage dirtbag either. You're a 20-something
You're an adult
dirtbag.
now, dirtbag.
Yeah, dirtbag.
Yeah, you've made it. You've graduated to F boy. So
yeah.
yeah. But the point I'm getting at is, I don't even think you can take my
think it-
faith out of this
You
and
think
just
it
say that
devalues sex?
I think it devalues sex, man, because there is a deep emotional connection that is supposed to happen during sex. That's why, okay, look, I know that not everyone believes the things I believe, but look, from a moral standpoint, from a psychological standpoint, from an emotional standpoint, okay, not from a faith standpoint, from an emotional and psychological standpoint, sex is complicated. It should be complicated. The reason that, if you grew up in church like I did and like Colby did, the reason that it's preached so hard that, look, man, you wait till you're married, you wait till you're married, you wait till you're married, which none of us do.
I lost my virginity at like 14.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? But you hear all that and you don't understand it as a kid and as a young man. But, once you're in your 30s with kids of your own and you start listening to it, you're like, oh, man. Let me tell you something, bro. If I could go back and do it all over again, I don't know that I would do it the same. Of course, it would change the course of my entire life.
There's
so I'd have
definitely
to,
some things that, looking back at decisions that have been made, given another opportunity, you would, take a right turn instead of a left turn.
Sure.
But I agree with you. Ironically, I don't take it from the same moral standpoint that you do because I don't have all of that.
Sure.
But I don't take the act of sex itself lightly. I think it is something
Right.
that should have a lot of thought put into it before you let the passions and the emotions and the feelings and even just the physical sensations that sex is.
Yeah.
You don't take that lightly because there are larger ramifications that happen because
it has a lot of emotional
you have
connect.
the option, you have the opportunity to bring a life into the world whether you intend to or not.
Right.
And that's something you really need to take that decision seriously before you go to
exactly
use
man,
the proper protection or whatever you're going to do if you don't want them to have that decision.
But man, I'm telling you, I just
it's
think
not
that
something to be taken lightly.
It's not, man. There's supposed to be a lot of love shared there, man. I mean, that's why it's called making love. You know what I'm saying?
I guess that's where I have that weird juxtaposition, though. Is like people are going to do what they're going to do.
Sure.
And as long as they're consenting adults and they're doing their thing, then whatever.
Right.
But I am also of the mindset that I look around and it's like, damn, is everybody having kids? And how young are these kids having kids? And it's like, there's got to be more to it than this. I think that, like you said, it's becoming devalued and it's becoming a commodity that's given away for nothing. Views for simps on the internet.
Yeah.
That's all it is for.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
You uppers at 12.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I just look at it and I'm like, this is a part of the moral decay that is our country. I mean, like, look. Like it right now, hate it right now, whatever. But you can't look at our country and be like, yeah, we're morally upright people. You can't do that because we're not. We are morally
left, right, or center.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care where you are politically. That don't have nothing to do with it. What I'm talking about is we as a people, like we are morally bankrupt. We do not care about each other at all.
And some of us are trying to find a way to fix it, and others of us are just fighting it like hell.
Yeah, man. Like. This is it, man. Like I know that I'll piss people off. I know that, and there's probably only gonna be 30 people ever hear this episode. But man, I'm here, dude.
Hey, now 40.
Yeah, that's right. But what I'm saying is this, dude. I'm on a mission to civilize, and sometimes it takes a heathen to do such, right? So I mean, I just feel like at some point you kind of have to stop worrying about the body count and just start worrying about caring for a person. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I come into my traditional moralist thing, though, is like I believe in if you're dating someone, I believe that you're actually courting someone. You are actually giving this the trial run. I'm in the dating process, so I want to spend as much time with this person as I can. I really enjoy this person, and I want to make sure that doesn't, or that we at least have similar ideas that this could possibly lead to marriage.
That's speaking on that, I feel the exact same way. People now. Everyone, not everyone, most people I know date to date. You date because it's fun, it's interesting. You don't date to marry. When I begin to talk or see dating someone, I don't go, oh, this is fun for 6 months. I'm like, how will this look in 10 years, 15 years? Will I still be with them in the future? Could I see a life? Yeah. Could I see myself marrying this person?
And I'm not saying it has to happen on your first date, but I mean, like, if you actually start spending time with someone. But at the same time, nobody even takes the time to spend time with anyone anymore. It's a one and done thing.
See, I'm guilty of being the opposite in my youth now. While I may not have the largest body count or anything like that.
Sure.
What we're going into here.
I promise you, I did not have what you would call the largest body count.
Yeah, but at the same time, I never had any type of those feelings where it's like, oh, this has to mean something. By no means was that ever me. But there is something to be said about the decisions that I made, that I have one child, and I tried to have that child. I didn't have any accidents. I didn't have any near messes where, I think I'm going to I got someone pregnant. None of that ever happened because I was responsible about what the decisions that I made when I made the decisions that I made. So I come from that standpoint that I don't think you necessarily have to be in that committed, deep relationship that's leading to marriage.
You just have to be smart.
You just have to be smart about it. Sure. And for God's sakes, get consent. That's all I'm saying about it. There's so many people in this world that just assume that everybody else is in the same boat as them and they're just wanting to do it. And that is not...
Yeah, but I mean, like, okay, so I have to touch base on this too. I agree with what you're saying, for the record. I think anybody who would disagree with that is a scumbag.
Yeah.
Okay. Of course I agree. But at the same time, what are you supposed... Like, I couldn't survive now. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, remember when we were...
police,
yeah, right. But, I mean, like, when my wife and I were first, like,
courting each other?
Yeah, and becoming intimate... I didn't
Intimacy
stop.
is more than sex. Intimacy
Sure.
is holding hands, building a love and passion and care for each other.
But that's what I'm talking about. It's not just about sex. It's, first time we kissed.
Looking at
these are
holding hands.
milestones and moments that you make note of.
Sure,
and remember
but
for.
like, dude, how ruined would they have been if like, can I kiss you? And she'd be like, I guess, now that you made it weird. And I kiss her and she's like, I'd be like, oh, okay, verbal consent, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing?
I will say this, that the whole consent argument, that the one that you're talking about here, there is something to be said about nonverbal cues.
Yeah.
However, I think where the argument comes with consent is it goes to a deeper, more blurred line where there are people that just assume because that larger male partner in this relationship wants it, that is all the consent that is necessary.
Forceful.
It's forceful.
Yeah.
Well,
and then that
okay,
other person is
sure.
coerced into it, even though they weren't really going along with it.
Sure.
And that's the thing that kind of happens.
No. Yeah. I get that. But I have literally seen it, bro. I've literally witnessed it. And it was like, these people were both wearing rings on their left hands, okay? They had Sharon, okay? And this dude's like, can I kiss you? And I was like, what? And I was like, is this a real thing? And she was looking and she goes, yes. And I was like, what? Are you into it too? And then they kissed, and it literally was like, thank you. I was like, bruh.
What?
I'm assuming you guys are married to different people. Like, what?
Where'd you go? A Mormon church? What the hell are you looking at?
I was like, what?
May I touch your fanny now?
Yeah.
Yes, you may touch the left.
sir. Give it a smack.
Oh, that was too much, Devin. Take your hand off my butt.
Oh, God, Devin. But look, I'm just, I don't know. I'm talking about hedonism, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Thank God I'm married, bro, and I love my wife so much.
You're not his age?
Oh, God, I wouldn't survive in today's age. Look, me 12 years ago would not survive in today's world. I just wouldn't. No way.
I'm just built different.
No way. Yeah, no doubt. But, yeah, bro.
It's just the culture
would have
changed so
bro,
much.
if the actual me from 12 years ago could live as, 21-year-old me today, I would break the world. Like, they'd be like, bro, what is this? What is that? What is he? Hey, we led straight from Whoopi to making Whoopi. That was good, bro. All right. Leave that in there, too, homie. Dad jokes. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Hoot Hobbs Show. BT is with me. C. Wayne is with me, at least for another week. Yeah, man, we love you guys. So from all of us here at the Hoot Hobbs Show, we bid you good night.